going on, YouTube? I think this video is going to be titled Life is Hard. We're going to try to keep it at the 10-minute mark. And I don't know if I'm going to do edits. I really don't. This is going to be a raw video. I just did a live that nobody watched. But it's fine because um, it was therapy. HDOG said, go ahead and follow him, watch his videos, like his videos if you haven't already. But HDOG said that he made a video titled YouTube Can Save Your Life because it's therapy. And to a degree, I think he's right. I don't know why, but sometimes it's just easier to talk into a camera, even if you post it and upload it and thousands of people see it. It's something about the intimacy of being in front of a camera and just being yourself and talking freely. That just is lit. It is. It's therapy. Like the camera is therapy. Because you can just get it all out. So, life is hard. Life has been hard. Honestly, y'all, for me, life has been hard for the past... for the past 8 years now. And in the live, this is what I said, but I'll paraphrase it. I said that I've been on this personal development, self-growth journey since I was 27. And it's been quite a while since then. And to be honest, y'all, I don't mean to sound ungrateful, but I still don't like where I'm at. I'm still not content with where I'm at. I feel like there's so much that I could have done, that I still need to do, that I should have done. I've been dealing with a lot of... To be honest with you guys, I've been living in the past a lot lately. But it's kind of hard not to when you... Sorry, y'all. I got music playing in the background and I gotta skip ads. But I get it. And I made a post saying that, like, come 2026, forget your past. But I think it's partly because I'm such a deep thinker. It's kind of hard to totally forget about your past or to totally let it go when you're constantly facing yourself every day. You got to look yourself in the mirror and see where you are. And if you're constantly saying to yourself, I need to be further ahead, I need to be this, why don't we have this, or how come we haven't achieved that, or why is this going on? It can like force you to backtrack and be like, okay, well, how did I get here? Let me retrace my steps. What did I do? Like I said, it's been 8 years. What have I been doing for the past 8 years to get me up to this point? Because it obviously didn't work or hasn't been working. You understand what I'm saying? So it's not that, at least for me, like, I'm not trying to hold on to the past as a way to like just wallow in pity and grief and negativity. It's kind of, I can't help it. I'm very detailed. I don't know if that's just because I'm a woman or if it's my personality, but that's unique to me. But I am extremely detailed, and I'm like, all right, this is the situation. I see the overall picture, but how did we get here? Well, guess what? In order to figure out how you got here, you have to go back and pick apart what happened. Happened, past tense. So, along with that, these past 2 weeks particularly have just been extra hard. I don't know. Has anybody out there ever just had an event happen to them where, and I understand the language I'm using, y'all, because somebody like Garen Jones, who's like a super successful motivational speaker, he probably would be like, no, things don't happen to you, things happen for you. You don't go through stuff, you grow through stuff. All that stuff sound good when you're when you've already come out on the other side, but when it's been almost 10 years of dang near turmoil and struggle and stress and a whole bunch of other stuff, at some point it's just like I'm tired. And this is just what it is. Hence the title of my video, Life is Hard. And I made a comment in the live that said, you know what? I'm sorry. I have to fast forward this ad because it's so annoying. This little light of mine has been dark for quite some time. Sorry, y'all. I might leave that in there just so y'all know how real I am. But, yeah. The truth will set you free, but you know what? If you constantly trying to figure out ways to sugarcoat stuff and, yeah, this is what you grow through. You're not going through. This is happening for you. You know what? No, that's not the truth. The truth is this mess hurts right now, and somebody did do something to me. That's the truth. So, I don't know. Has anybody ever been through something or had something happen to you to where it just makes you rethink your whole freaking life? Dang near your whole purpose. And you start thinking about things like, why is God allowing this to happen? And just like a whole bunch of stuff. That's what's happened to me. Somebody stole something from me that totally just... Somebody stole my catalytic converter, y'all. Someone stole my catalytic converter. I don't have any enemies that I know of. I'm a good person. I'm a nice person. I ain't done nothing to nobody. And I live in a nice neighborhood. But apparently, that's where people try to get you. In terms of stealing catalytic converters. And this is the first time this didn't happen to me. So, you know, I didn't know any of this. But that was 2 weeks ago. Went through a whole process with CarMax because that's where I got the car from. Trying to figure out, first of all, it was going to cost. My insurance didn't cover it. So that's a lesson for anybody who's watching. Get full coverage. Get full coverage because if you don't, when something happened to your car, it gets stolen, it gets vandalized, or somebody steals a part or whatever, insurance will cover it. But for me, I didn't have full coverage. I only had liability. Why? Because it was cheaper. So, and that catalytic converter was going to be like $3,000 to $4,000. And I tell people, just because even if you have a savings account, if an unexpected event like this happens and it wipes out your savings account, that still sets you back like a gargantuan amount. So, went through that whole process of finding out my insurance didn't cover it. Then called CarMax just to find out that, yeah, they can appraise my car, but I have to put a significant down payment on a new car if I wanted to trade it in because I'm still paying for the dang car. I haven't paid it off yet. So it ain't like I can sell it. I can trade it in, but at the expense of like having negative equity. Anybody who doesn't know, this might just turn into a little car tutorial. So if you still owe $10,000, let's just say, on a car, the car dealership more than likely will let you trade it in, but whatever new car you pick, the debt that you owe for that car is going to be added to your old debt. So, for example, you still owe $10,000 bucks on this car that you want to trade in, and you want this new car. Okay, you'll trade it in, but this new car you want costs $20,000. Put a $500 or $1,000 down payment. Now you owe 21. So now cumulatively you have to pay 31,000 bucks. You understand what I'm saying? you got the debt of the new car and the old car combined together. So now it's going to take you even longer to get out of that debt. And I'm the type, when I had the chance to buy a car for cash, I did. And that's what I promote. Because a car note is, I would say a car note and rent are the two most expensive things that Americans pay for every single month. Unless you owe child support, that's significantly high. So yeah, those are the two top, your rent or your mortgage, and then right after that is your car note. After that, it's groceries and credit card debt. So I encourage everybody, if you can just buy a car flat out, right, make sure you take it to somewhere that checks it before you actually buy it, before you drive off with it. Pay for it so you will not have a car note. And if you don't do that, at least put a significant down payment on it so you don't have that much longer to pay for it. So, yeah, man, like that whole event just made me reevaluate my whole life and made me start asking a whole bunch of questions and asking why and just a whole bunch of stuff. So in a way, like, I'm grateful that it happened because it's forced me to be at a very authentic, raw place mentally and emotionally and spiritually now. But at the same time, like, this freaking sucks. This has put a wrench in so many things because my car is my livelihood. So now it's figuring out, okay, I got to figure out the bus routes. I got to figure out BART. I got to figure out, and granted, like, this is what I come from, and this is what I'm talking about. One of the cool things, or one of the benefits about being broke and coming from struggle is that when you struggle again, you know what you got to do. But at some point, you get tired of the struggle. You know what I'm saying? And I live in a whole new city now, so it's different. So I got to go back to square one. So there's that. And then there's renting cars because, you know, the buses only run for so long. BART only runs for so long. And Uber is freaking expensive. Unless you going a mile or two down the road. But yeah, who wants to spend $10 or $20 a day to ride? To ride in a car? And like, depending on how far you are from your job, it's more than that. So there's a lot more that I could say. But like I said, I wanted to keep this at 10 minutes. It's pushing its way to 15 now because we're at 13 minutes, but it's fine. But this is probably one of the rawest videos that I've ever made. Just expressing what I'm going through and what I'm dealing with. This is an encouragement. This channel is meant to be encouragement for y'all. So I hope it doesn't, like, if anything, let this video encourage you to see that even people like me go through stuff. And even people like me realize that life is hard. And even people like me need encouragement sometimes. So people have really been, not blowing up, but I've been getting way more interaction and comments with my shorts, which is cool. I get it. Like, people's attention spans now are just like whatever. But if anyone comes across this video and if you've made it to this point, I really appreciate it if you did leave me a comment. It'll feel good knowing that you saw the video, because you know how YouTube will say you got 1 view or you got 2 views or whatever. That'll feel good. But again, if you've made it this far, I'd really appreciate, if you want to donate, by all means, but I would really appreciate an encouraging word. Because, yeah, 2025 has been quite a year. The years leading up from 2018 up till now have been challenging, but this year has been something else. So, I love y'all. Subscribe, like, and comment. Just be respectful if you do. And I'll see you in the next one.